is under the inquiry and communication in this part. Okay, we do have quite number of the statement inside a CSS. Okay, I will go through some of that in here. Okay, so in this account ledger, okay, the account ledger basically is statement of account lah. So it will have the, let me show you all. In this account ledger, so basically account ledger is a simple report that it contains debit, credit, then end up will have the balance amount in here. So basically it will quite common of this statement inside our property management field is in other system may be called this is a statement of account. So in the CSS we name it as account ledger. So debit, credit. So debit will be all the billing, credit side will be all your official receipt, and so on credit note. So it will have end up with one amount. So negative, which means will be the outstanding. Okay. So the next statement, it will be the account outstanding. Account outstanding, as per the statement name is, which means will only show the statement which is contain all the invoice which is under outstanding or we so-called due. So in this one is only purely for the outstanding only, which means those already paid, it will be not actually show inside this statement. Okay, so any question regarding these two statements? The first one will be the account ledger and also the account outstanding. Okay, it's a quite common things lah in this statement. And the third one will be the one of the special statement that only contained in the CSS system is so-called billing and settlement. Okay, billing and settlement. So billing and settlement, this statement is quite special of the statement inside the CSS system. So now I explain to you on how this statement working. So basically on the left side, until this part, okay, until the amount. So basically all this one is the invoice. Okay, as you can see, service charge, sinking fund, all these things. And also the next part will be on the right hand side, you will have the receipt number and so on. So it may be contained by the official receipt or the credit note. So basically this statement will be clearly to show you what is the invoice and then what is the payment settlement for. Example for this service charge, okay, 250 is paid by this receipt number 303 with the check number for this one. So this statement is very good for you, especially whenever the owners got the curious on their payment and also their invoices. Example, they will come to query, my invoices on last month, I already paid, but why in your account standing statement you sent to me is not paid? So by using this statement, the user actually able to check on this statement to see, okay, maybe there is some problem between when they pay online, they transfer, but the owner forget to send you the slip of the bank-in slip. So management office didn't know they already paid, so they didn't update to the system. So this is how this statement kicking in. So by using this one, you can fully justify lah. So whether the billing is paid by which OR or the CN or so on. So this one is a quite good statement for me. So it's good for you when you want to try to justify the invoices and also the payment between you and the owner lah. Okay, so this is a billing and settlement. The next one will be the deposit statement. Okay, remember in the before lunch that time, we got proceed to the deposit, the renovation deposit. So, and then I do mention in the deposit, for the debit note and the credit note must be using DND and also CND. Okay, because in our statement here, all the statement will capture all the could be starting with the DND or the CND. Okay, as you can see here, this is a DND, CND, DND, CND. So basically, in this report, user able to capture of all the in-out deposit received. You see, this row is a deposit received, and then this row will be the deposit refund. Okay, so by using this one, user able to see in the system total how many deposit it will receive from the system, and then how many deposit refunded in the system, and then retain is mean if you have the deposit that maintained inside our CSS system, which is haven't refunded yet. By using this statement, you're able to track out, to able to see this unit got how many outstanding of the deposit is not yet refunded to the owner yet. Okay, so the next one will be the statement for the billing statement. Billing statement is more likely on the all the invoices only. Okay, this billing statement it will doesn't involve for all the payment from the owner, which means it will only show all the invoices, which means some owner when they come, okay, they pay for the year for maybe few thousand ringgit, but they're asking, oh, maybe you can give me a statement which is so what is the billing you issue to me? Maybe he only just pay all the payment, but he doesn't know. But now he want to do some audit, or he want to know what actually management office bill to them for the year, so you can put in the date lah. So by using this one, system will only show all the billing that you issued to him. It doesn't matter the billing is already paid or non-paid. All will be showing in here, billing and statement. Okay, so any question on this one? For the statement, we have the account ledger. Common will be account ledger, account standing, billing, and settlement, deposit statement, and also so-called the billing statement. Okay. Okay, one thing I need to emphasize is when you log into your user ID to the system that time, you may be not able to see so many functions like my ID, because my ID actually is a highest level ID lah. So when you log into the system, maybe you can see a shorter list. So that one is a normal one because some of the function is utilized by our technician lah, CSS technician. So don't it be so surprising when you log into the system, you're able to see so less of the function inside. Okay, so this is basically the statement cover. Okay, so any question? Maybe I can see any other statement. Or like this LPI store. Okay, LPI store. This one is one of the not called statement. It's a function to let you to see inside this LPI store, which means what is interest is contained for this unit. It's not posted yet. It's still inside the system behind. You are not generating yet. If you want to generating, you can go to the late payment charges to generate lah. And then this reminder cabinet is just want to really go through of how it's going on. Okay, maybe I go for one more is on the letter and correspondence. Okay, some user were asking for sometimes they want to issue a letter. It's the same content for all the owner. Maybe they want to do some announcement, like example now is, there is a CMCO. Okay, you want to have a special SOP for your conduct. So actually you can directly, yes, LPI is stand for late payment interest, correct? Okay, back to this letter and correspondence, basically is some of the announcement you want to put. Okay. So basically, it's some announcement you can put inside the letter and correspondence. Okay, so by this one, when you actually key in some content you want to inform all your owner, you can using the letter and correspondence, and then there's a date, then you can issue to all the unit number. So by this one, actually you don't need to actually one unit by one unit you go to generate. By our system able to help you draft up all the letter with the correct letterhead, with the unit number. So everything it was done by the system. So actually it can actually directly email to your owner as well. Okay, so this is one of the function we so-called letter and correspondence. Okay, so any questions regarding on the statement parts? If not, I will proceed to the report parts. Okay, report part will be have more function wise. Okay. Okay, now I remember before lunch got a user to asking one question. Okay, how do I print out reports of the all the late payment, not late payment charges? Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Okay, sorry, one interruption. Okay, regarding the official receipt, the listing of the reports. Okay, in the official receipt, it has function. Okay, inside here we have the listing. Okay, so inside the official receipt, or not only inside official receipt, in all the function like the official receipt, general billing, late payment charges. Sorry, I have a call. Maybe give me 2 minutes. Sorry about that.
Okay, we will continue our training. Okay, so for just now we will stop on the report part. So before we continue, any question need to ask? Any question need to ask before we continue for the report? Okay, so for the report part, you can find the functions under the reports here. Okay, so there is a few reports. I will go through one by one for you. Okay, so if let's say any of the transaction you already issue on the system, so you need to check back on that period that how much the figure that I issue or how much the receipt that I issue, you can check on the transaction summary. Okay, so transaction summary here have two options. Either I want to view by unit, or I just only view by the lump sum amount only. So there's the options here. So we look through the log unit first. Okay, so over here you can set the date from which date to which date. So for example, I set from the 1st January 2020 up to today. So after that, submit. So system will show me from this period to this period, and this is the total amount that I issued to my resident. Here already break down for you each category for different charges. Okay, so for example, so this unit, so from this period to this period, total bill for sinking fund 185.79. So for insurance, okay, maybe 168.9. So end up here there is a total. So this total amount is system that will get for all the transactions, okay, all the billings, then minus the receipt and comes out the total here. Okay, this is like the negative. So as you can see here, now we have a separate to field category and also separate to the charges. If let's say you don't want the system show all the charges together, you can control under the transaction code here. Okay, transaction code. So this is all the preset code that needed to be shown up. So for example, I don't want so much of the charges be shown. So you can select, for example, this one I don't need, you can just delete. Okay, or maybe this one I also don't need, delete. Okay, so we come back to the report, exit. We submit again. So as you can see, just now these two IVSC1 and also IVSC SF1 is disappear from here. But one thing, even though you are already already delete the code, but system they will still show the figure for you. But they will all lump sum in under the miscellaneous debit. Because this is the transaction report, even though the figure is not under this category, okay, but it will still show it on the report here, but will group under miscellaneous debit. And system will still get the total, okay, use your charges, then minus the receipt and comes out the total for you. Okay. Besides this, there's a few different options can let user to choose. So first is a view zero amount. So if let's say we can see that all the units is in the sequence, because this report will only capture those units with the transactions only. If you need to show the unit without a transaction, you can use the view zero amount. After you take and submit. So as you can see, one of the unit here, even though they don't have any transactions, then system they also will show out for you. Okay. So second one is the view zero just like view zero amount. Second one is a view zero transactions. So view zero transaction is a similar function like the view zero amount, but the difference is for example, some of the transaction you already voided, like maybe you issue wrongly one receipt. Okay, after that you go to void it. So system will become the zero amount. Okay, so of course system they also won't show up on this report. But if you need to show the units as well, you can just take view zero amount and system will include the unit for you. Okay, so this is how the system works. So second one is a cross page when print. Okay, we go to print and test. Print. Okay, print report. Okay, so we can see this report is able to show all the transaction. Okay, I do the total here. How about we add another 2 GL code and see what will happen? Okay, we're back to the report. We add another columns. Okay, now we go to submit again. And print. Okay, so now we can see some difference. Just now when we look at the report here, the ending column will be showing the total, okay? But now they're only able to show up to the credit notes only. Because report, they will when you printed the report at time, system will based on the A4 size to printing. If let's say your column is really is too large, okay, it's exceeded the limit, then system of course they cannot not able to print out everything. So for these cases, we have one options. We're back to the report. Okay, there's one option is cross page column when print. We take, then print again. Okay, so now you can see, now change the cross page column format. We print report again. Okay, So we can see sinking fund, okay, up to miscellaneous debits. But when you scroll to the second page, okay, they continue receipt, credit note, miscellaneous credit, and total. So this is when the time if your column is too large or too long, then you can use the cross-page column for printing. The system that will break down to 2 pages for you. Okay, so this is the transaction summary. So second one will be the account agent summary. So this account agent summary is the outstanding report. They will break down for according to the periods. Okay, we can test and run. So we set the date up to today first. Either I want the view by individual unit or view by just a sum amount. Okay, so after that, submit. Okay, so system will break down for me each unit, what is their total outstanding, and break down by the period. Okay, so below 14 days, okay, this is the outstanding. Above 40, okay, outstanding. Above 30, 60, 90. So this is total outstanding for this unit. Okay, so this is agent summary. If you don't want to show so much of the details, maybe you can choose by only view the sum amount. So we set to property code, then submit. So you can see they only sum one figure for you. Then this is the total. So beside this one, because this outstanding, they will lump sum all the transaction code together. If you just need to show the particular charges outstanding, then you have the option filter. You can select the filter, for example, water bill, okay, submit. Okay, so this is the water bill outstanding from this property. Or maybe we change to individual unit. Okay, so each unit, then this is their outstanding for water bill. Okay, so beside this one, there's a, if you need to add more filter, then there's a filter codes here. Select. Okay, we add another filter. For example, we add the sinking fund. Okay, debit, save. So I submit my report, then choose sinking fund. Okay, then system will only show me the sinking fund outstanding for each unit. Okay, so this is the filter. So second one will be party status. Either I only view the active ownership, which means the current ownership only, or I can view the terminated house, which is the previous ownership. So if your previous owner is still have the outstanding that you need to check, then you can select this option. Just click, then submit. Okay, so this is all the previous ownership, and this is their outstanding. So beside this one, we can also able to check either this transaction, this outstanding is come from the owner or tenant, or I want to show it as combined. Okay. So beside this, view zero amount, okay, is the same like the just now transaction summary, okay, to show the unit with the zero balance on it. So second one is show the suspended transactions. You show the item already voided, okay, then this one will exclude from this report. So next one will be the show pre-credit. Okay, because some of the unit, maybe they have paid for the advance payment, okay? So now we set the date is up to 21st October 2020 only. So which means system will capture whatever outstanding except this date. So if let's say the resident they make the payment on the next month, okay, but before the date, system will consider as outstanding. So this function, the show pre-credit, is to tell the system that which unit they already make the payment for the future, and how much is it. So this one will help. So we can take, okay, we set back to ownership, active ownership first, submit. Okay, so on this report, we can see that, okay, so only this unit is a make the advance payment. Okay, so before 21st October, this is still the outstanding, okay, but they have made the payment on the future date 30,000 here. Okay, so this is how the system to capture the report. If they didn't make the payment for the future, then system will show a 0 lah. Okay. So this is the AGM report. So second one is the AGM report. AGM report also is an AGM report, but they have some slightly different. Okay, we submit. Okay, so you can see it's a similar function. Okay, the date, the unit, the total. So some also we have to filter either view by owner tenant. Okay, and also all the setting is the same. So only here the payment cutoff date. So because when you go through the AGM meeting, okay, this management they will require the outstanding except which date, okay, and also the payment received except which date. So this report will help the management to do. Now we can set I want the outstanding except today, but the payment I can set to the future date also, no problem. Okay, outstanding except today, then payment received before 30th November, we submit. Okay, so this is the actual report. So which unit, if they still have the outstanding, is not yet settled, or they didn't pay before this date, then the figure they will show to you. Okay, this is the AGM report. So next one will be the outstanding account. Outstanding account here, same like the aging, this is only to show the outstanding figure, but in lump sum amount. Okay, we set the date except today, then we view by individual unit, submit. Okay, system breakdown for me, each unit, what is their outstanding here? Okay, so for example, this first unit, outstanding, they own 2,500. Okay, others charges, this is outstanding. So the total outstanding is 28685.95. So because they don't have any advance payment, so here's showing 0. Okay, but they still have the 72 ringgit by 18 cent is not yet to allocate. So that's why when you come to the next future, you can see, okay, they will capture the total outstanding, then minus either it's a payment or advance payment, then comes out the net due for you. Okay, so beside this, all the similar function you can see, like the status, okay, excluded the suspended transactions, they show the pre-credit, or there is a cross-page column when print. Okay, so basically, so this 3 is the outstanding report. So any questions need to ask? Okay, so now we will continue. So next one will be our deposit summary report. Okay, so I believe just now Mr. Chin already go through review what is their deposit statement. Okay, so this deposit statement will show you the deposit details unit by unit. Okay, so which means you have to select the unit first, then only you can know that which unit already received the deposit and also which unit haven't refund the deposit. So there is a summary report for the deposit here. Okay, so you can set the date except which date, either view by owner or tenant. Okay, so if the unit they with the 0 amount you need to show as well, you can take the view 0 amount, then submit. Okay, so this one show you very clearly. So which unit? So for example, this first unit, they receiving 5,000 plus deposit, but only refunded 3,000. So they still have the retaining deposit 2,000 plus here. Okay. Beside this one, we also see some other problem. For example, this unit. Okay. Why they didn't receive any deposit, but they refunded the 3,000. Okay. So end up it become the negative here. So of course, this is just the demo versions only. So in case that you saw this happen, okay, you need to check on the deposit statement. What is the status? Why does user, they even though not receive the deposit, but they go to refund? okay, we just cross-check with the deposit statement. Okay, not for the new owner. Okay, it's from this ownership. Okay, so we can see some problem here. Yes, system, they have issued a deposit billing, but didn't receive any payment. So you can see this column is empty. But the user, they go to refund. So one payment voucher, one credited, end up it become a negative. So from there, you can know what is the document has been issued out before. Then you cross-check with the report and so the statement. Okay. Okay, now we view zero amount. Okay. So this report will show you very clearly which deposit has been received or which deposit is not yet refunded. Next one will be the payment report. So there's a few payment reports here. So first is the payment item allocation. Okay, so payment item allocation will according to the date set by the user. For example, I set 1st October until today. Okay, then submit. System, they will capture all the payment issue on system within this period. So you can see each unit, okay, what is their payment. So it's total, for example, the first unit, okay, total receipt is a 100 ringgit. Okay, so from this 100 ringgit, 80 ringgit is a pay for the insurance, then 20 ringgit pay for the service charge. So second unit here, it pay for 1,000. So 900 is pay for the insurance, then 100 pay for the service charge. So this unit 1,000 received, but they didn't make any any allocation. So that's why you can see here all is zero. So advance payment 1,000. Okay, which means to say that this 1,000 ringgit, okay, you received, they didn't make for the allocation, but they set for advance payment. Okay. So this one we can see that 2030. So it is 30 ringgit for sinking fund, then 2,000 for miscellaneous debit for others charges, which is not list or on this listing here. If you need to show more listing, so same like others report, you can control under the transaction code. Okay, you can add more columns here. Conflict hierarchy. Okay. Okay, we submit again. Okay, so you can see the column is appear here. So beside this one, there is a few different options for the user. So first is a categorized amount by payment mode. So if you didn't select this payment mode, then system will only show you the payment mode on this column, the check number, either they by cash, by bank transfer, or by others method. So if you take this categorize, okay, you submit again, then system they will break down for you. Okay, so total, yes, is you receive the 100 ringgit. So this 100 ringgit is for which payment mode, then they show to you. Okay, now it's not the full selections here, so we add in all the payment mode under the payment columns here. Okay, now we add everything. Okay, so from this, where is the, oh sorry, the date. Okay, come back here. So from this 100 ringgit, okay, I can know that this 100 is come from the cash. Okay, so this option. Okay, so we can see this unit total is allocated 300, and the 300 is come from the online banking. So from here, you can know that where is the payment coming from. Okay. So next one is a categorized advance payment. So if they have made the advance payment, the system that will specially highlight for you the advance payment part. Okay. If they have any advance payment, the system that will show out here. Okay. So next one is a cross page column when print. So same also, if let's say your column is already is too long, then after you select this option, system will break out 2 pages for you. Okay, you go to print. Now we can see it's not fully printing until only until the artist here. Okay, after I take the cross page when print, okay, the system that will break down to 2 pages for me. Okay. So next one will be the daily payment summary report. Okay. So payment item allocation will show the payment received from one period to second period. Okay. So for the daily payment summary, it will list out for you day by day. Okay, what is the total collection that you receive? Okay, you can select based on the months here, then submit. So we can see here from this October. Okay, so each day how much they are received, then how much they are allocated. So for example, this date I total received 1,001. Okay, so there is a 120 ringgit is allocated to service charge. Then the rest they allocate to miscellaneous debit. Okay, let's see. So I want this no look at until today. So maybe I look for 6 months. Submit. Okay, so accept the date. So now I view for 6-month transaction. So within this 6 months, this is every month that I receive. Excuse me. So for example, I can see that on October, the 100 ringgit I received, okay, is allocated to the access card. Okay, so for June, I have received the 800 ringgit is for the facility deposit. So from here, we can know very clearly, so which month, how much that I received, then this payment is received for what purpose. Okay, so beside this, view zero amount, cross page column, okay, same function. Next one will be the payment allocation period. Okay, so this one a bit special. So for example, now I load the date at, on October and I view for 6 months, then submit. So on this month of October, total collected is the 18,000 plus, okay? And still had a 5,000 plus is unallocated, which means they didn't allocate on any billings. So we come here. So from this 18,000, so we can see there's a 5,000 plus is allocated to the October billing. Okay, 400 allocated to November, 2,000 allocated to December and others month. Okay, so from this 4,000 is allocated for, okay, we can see for render. So for December 2,000, okay, also for render. So we can see that from the payment item allocation, the daily payment summary, monthly payment summary, and also the payment allocation period. So this all 4 is a collection report. Just show you the different layout and also with the different purpose. It depends how your management to manage it and see which one is your preferable report. Okay. So basically, this is all the payment report. Next one will be the utility consumption trend. So every month, if you have issued a water bill, okay, then of course system they will have the record for you. If you need to know that every month how much that you bill to your resident, then you can check here. Okay, so I want to view by the GL code, UVWM. Okay, so if I have a deposit code, I can select also. If you know, then you can just leave it blank. Now I want to view that maybe from, okay, maybe from January, okay, up to March, then submit. Okay, so I can see that every month for this unit. So January, total bill is a 364. Okay, February, no billing. Then March, 205.2. Average is 189.67. Okay, so because they have made the deposit, so you can see they have this deposit payment here. Okay, so this is the utility consumption trend to show every month how much that this unit have here have billed. Okay. Next one will be the audit list. Okay, audit list, they will according to the item that you select. For example, I want to view by service charge. Okay, then I can view that if I select the date range, so I can able to select from which date to which date. Or if I select the daily, I can set the date, which date I want to see. Or I can set to the monthly, which month I'm going to check. Okay, so for example, I want to check on January. Okay, submit. Then system show for me on this January. Okay, each unit, what is their unit number? Okay, the document date, document number, and also the charges. So all the information will be listing over here. Okay, same like you go through every document, there is a list function. But this audit list, you can like the shortcut way, you can select which charges you want. Okay, then what is the period you want. If you go to the list here, of course you need to search by which year code, by which period. That one you have to go to the function one by one. So audit list here is just like a shortcut way. You can direct to choose the item, the date, then submit. Okay. So if the item is not here, you can use the transaction code to add in your charges code. Okay. So this is the audit list. Next one will be the period bill status. So period bill status, for example, I set up to today and I will by maybe 3 months first. Okay. So I select bill by outstanding first and submit. So period bill status will show that exact the date, okay, then how long's the month you need to bill. So to show you that on this month, how much that you bill, then how much is the outstanding of settlement. Okay, so for example, I will by the August 1st. So I scroll down. So this is the total bill I issue on August. Okay, August month. The option I select is outstanding. So here will show me total issue bill is a 1,000 plus, well 131,000, but outstanding is a 1,012. Okay, so this is outstanding, and this column is a percentage. You can see. Okay, it's a percentage. If you don't want to view the outstanding, another option is view by the settlement. Okay, submit. Okay, after that, you can see. So same also, this is the total bill. Okay, then this is your total settlement. Okay, August, September, October, all showing here to you. Okay, so beside this, view zero amount, cross page and print. Okay, all the same functions here. So next one is a money bill status. It's a similar function with the period bill status here. Period bill status here will show the items exact the date and how long you need to view. But the money bill status, it will only show one item. Okay, so for example, I will accept the outstanding today and a view for October, submit. Okay, so you can see the total Just now I select. Oh, yes, correct. So I select this is the total billing amount, total settlement amount, then total outstanding. So it's a similar function with just now the period bill status. Just this one, they have a separate group, settlement and outstanding. And the period bill status, you can only select either one. Okay. So beside this one, view zero amount, cross page. Okay, all is the same functions here. Okay, last report also can show the status, but this one will only show the items. So for example, I want to view except today, view for 1 month, and only maybe view for interest. Okay, submit. So we can see total interest I view is 13,000 on the October. Zero settlement, so you still have 30,000 outstanding here. So this is with our individual GL code. How about others code? Okay, so total bill is a 652.80. So settlement 169 and outstanding 483. Okay. So this is all the report function on CSS. So they really have a different type of the report here. Like if let's say you need to check all the transaction figure, you can check under the transaction summary. If outstanding, you can check the aging summary, AGM report, and outstanding account. If you need to check the deposit status, you can check on the deposit summary. Okay. For the payment collection report, there's a payment item allocation, the daily payment summary, monthly payment summary, and also the payment allocation period. So for others information, you can check these 4 reports: the utility consumption trend, audit list, or the bill status. Okay, so basically this is all the report functions. Any questions need to ask? About the reports or any functions, if you're not clear, you can just ask me. Okay. Okay, so if no any other questions, I think our training will be ending here. Okay, so for information, so if let's say you really do not understand how to use the system, okay, so every of the functions, so for example, you go to maybe buildings. If you not understand how to use the system, there is the help button here. Okay, when you click on the help button, there is some basic guideline for you. Okay. So for example, if you need to add a building, okay, then it will show you the step. What is the first step to do, second step, okay? Or if you wanted to edit, okay, how to do, and system also will show the guideline here. So this is some basic info